Hi, I'm Eric Westers, and you're watching Startup Show San Diego, and this week we're at the Esri User Conference in the Startup Zone, and we're here with Josh Bashioum of Early Warning Labs. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
So the important question, how'd you go from actor to startup guy?
It's a great question. So, while I was acting, I actually was involved in search and rescue, disaster preparedness. So I got involved with what's called the CERT program, and it's kind of a FEMA program now run by the Citizen Corps, where we actually teach residents, and we're volunteers as well, but we teach other volunteers that want to come learn how to respond in their community and do search and rescue and just basic medical care. So after, like a big earthquake, which is what the business we're in now, or like a tsunami or a severe weather, anything like that, hurricane, common citizens can become first responders themselves and actually help.
So how do you figure out this solution? Where did that come from? I see the problem,
Yeah.
you're up front with it, you're going at, how do you decide to roll out basically a software, potentially hardware bundle to do that?
Yeah. So, I knew I was just extremely interested in the business side of emergency management too, through all the volunteer work I did. So I actually went to USC Marshall School of Business. Undergrad, went through the entrepreneur program, had a disaster products company, and then got into the tech space, and eventually through my volunteer work and my contacts there, we got introduced to the USGS and Caltech, and heard they needed some technology to actually distribute these early warnings to both individuals and like big enterprise customers. So that's how I got into that business.
So making sure everybody in California especially knows when an earthquake is coming, where it's coming, that kind of stuff. What's your biggest challenge in rolling that out? Is it making the software, distributing it?
So the biggest challenge we have is the additional funding that the USGS needs to actually roll this out across the entire United States. So right now we have extremely good coverage in California. Washington and Oregon is shortly behind, so we have coverage actually on the whole West Coast. But the USGS needs about $16 million a year to keep the network up and running, and another $57 million up front to roll it out across the entire United States. But at least right now we have pilot systems and we can actually implement certain levels of this solution for California, Washington, and Oregon, but the biggest challenge is the additional funding that they need.
And what's the best thing one of your customers, I assume USGS, has ever said to you that made you feel like it was all worthwhile?
Well, so the USGS is actually our official partner, so we collaborate together. So we have a research and development agreement with them, and it's an official partnership. And something that they told us is that they really like how innovative we are, how fast we move, right, compared to the government, and just innovative, level of technology that we developed. And even more importantly, volunteering thousands of hours, we committed to give away the consumer solutions, kind of like how Jack has a similar vision as well at Esri, but we want to give away the consumer solutions completely free. And they told us that actually means a lot. So that was, it's nice to hear.
So how do we get to use America's leader in earthquake early warning?
So we actually have a mobile application. I can pull that up for you. Great screenshot here.
So the point is, App Store?
So the iOS App Store, right? This is right now in a closed beta. So the government, universities, and our pilot customers are able to use this, and their employees are able to have access to this right now. Eventually, we're hoping that we can release this out to a wider audience in about 6 months, and then hopefully by 2018, we can roll this out to the West Coast.
So, most important question, if somebody wants to get a hold of you,
yes,
how do they do that?
They can go directly to our website, earlywarninglabs.com, and they can contact us there.
Josh, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And thank you for watching Startup Show San Diego.